Hey gang, Joe Ingram, BDC Genius. I was engaged with someone on LinkedIn the other day regarding scripting for the people within your company on the telephones. And I went back and forth and I said, there is not a multi-million-dollar company that's out there, okay, in the world today that just hands a phone to somebody and says, here, answer it how you feel like. Okay, why? Because you're representing us. You're representing the company. Now, I've ran dealerships myself, spending upwards of $200,000-$300,000 a month in digital marketing. And digital marketing does what? It actually brings us business. But it's also, depending on where you spend it, like the smartest spend today is going to be, in my opinion, is going to be on mobile. Because everybody is searching on their mobile device. When you search on the mobile device, the biggest call to action is click to call. Okay? So I grabbed one of my little examples here, my BDC Genius script. We grab people with a script, with you setting somebody up to succeed. Does anybody know what it is they're supposed to do? If you hire a green person, they're not going to know what to say. Okay, and this right here is a great security blanket. If you look at this, this is what I want you to look at. Okay, so somebody with 0 years of experience in the car business. If we get out to 5 years in the car business, and then we go out to 10 plus years in the car business here. This is what typically happens. We're in the car business, this is our knowledge. So we're gonna say this is what we know. Okay, the knowledge starts down here. It starts to climb up here, and then it just stays flat. Now, is that everybody? No, it's not everybody. But again, what are we doing in the first 2.5 years to make sure that we're getting everything possible where it's all the good stuff? Okay? We have people, you probably have people within the dealership now that answer the telephone the same exact way that they have from back when they started. They just swap out the dealership's name. Okay? But they also do the same thing. They're going to turn around and say, well, in case we get disconnected, what's the best number to reach you back at? They're going to write down the caller ID, or worse, they're going to repeat the caller ID back to the person. Okay, that's just horrible and breaks trust right away with the customer, especially if they thought they blocked their number, then called one of our toll-free numbers and we're paying for it. So now they're sitting back going, I'm blocked and I'm safe behind this shield. And then we go, oh, by the way, look behind you. I have your number and your information. So the people are going to be really upset and you broke rapport, you can't get past it. But everybody just stops and says, I'm okay. I'm good. I've already learned that stuff. Okay? A lot of times what I find is that if I can grab somebody here in the first year, you can give me right off the bat and get in there, I'll train them on what to say and how to say it. I'll also give them all the psychology behind what works and what doesn't, so that way they don't have to have anything to deprogram, to reprogram if they go someplace else. But what I want you to understand, what really needs to be understood is that when you start off here, this line of knowledge is actually the same line of confidence. Okay? So you get to someplace new, you're brand new, they go, hey, go outside, be nice to people, bring them back in. Or they go, dude, grab the phone. Let's get this done. You pick up the phone, you're scared. You don't know what you're doing. You're like, I'm trying to figure out, for one, I'm just trying to figure out how to get to work every day. Okay? I got to get here on time. Then I'm going to go into a sales meeting, not understand anything that's going on in this sales meeting. And if you're like some of the places I was at where we rolled dice for bonuses and stuff, then it made no sense whatsoever. And so I have an actual video on YouTube that talks about the mentorship program and how you match people up. But what I want to tell you is that it doesn't matter where you are in this cycle. You need to want. Okay, you need to want to do what? You need to want to sell more. You need to want to be better. You need to want to adapt to what's happening. Okay, I do this all the time with people in dealerships, and I tell them, let's stop and ask ourselves, right? Let's go ahead. Sorry, Ben. Right? I tell them all the time, I say, look, okay, here's the dealership. So if this is my dealership, here, how do I get customers? I get customers 3 ways. They walk in, okay? They call me on the phone, or they email me through the internet. And so far, the internet hasn't gone away. So for everybody who says it's a fad, yeah, it's still here. Then one of 2 things happen. They either buy a car or no buy. Right? They either buy or they say buy. Okay? Now, if somebody came in as a walk-in, okay, and they come down here and they buy, what do you got to do next? What do you got to do the next couple days? You got to follow up. What's the best way to do that? Oh, yeah, right, by the phone. I'm just going to write phone down here and we're going to see what happens, right? So I got to follow up by the phone. If they don't buy, what do I got to do? Oh, yeah, I got to follow up. Okay, and how does the best way to do that? The phone. Okay, somebody calls you, how good you are depends on what? The phone. Okay, when somebody sends in an email to you, what's the first thing we do? I say send a text message and then be really good on the phone. That's how you know they're serious, that they pick up the telephone. And yet we're going to go ahead and tell people, here, go for it. Just pick it up, be great on the phone and do what you want to do, or we're going to allow them to tell us, oh, I already know everything. No. Okay? There isn't anybody who goes to work for your cell phone provider. Now, mind you, they're not excited when they're on the phone, but they don't go to work for your cell phone provider and then turn around and do what? They go, hey, just pick up the phone. You don't hear people going, customer service, Billy. But I call dealerships all the time, and all I hear is sales, it's Joe. Come on, guys. Right? It's time to step up the game. It's time to understand that when I ask a salesperson, go, what's your best price? You know what they do? They rattle off an answer. Price is the easiest part of our job. We do blah, blah, blah. Actually, when it comes to price, right, we can't be beat. Well, we'll beat anybody's deal by X amount of dollars. Guess what that is, guys? It's a script. It's just one you believe you wrote when you didn't. You just listened when you came into the dealership here. You listened to the guys over here on what they said. Right? You listened to what they said and wrote a script in your head. Then when we come in and train and we say, hey, you know what? I got a script that gets you better. I got a script that will do better than what it is, right? Than what you're getting. If you ask most guys when you get into a dealership and you say, hey guys, just talk to me now. You get 10 real phone calls that are sales related asking about inventory. How many appointments do you set? You know what they say? They go, oh, all our calls are for service. I'm like, come on guys, I said, if you get real calls with people asking you about a car to see if it's in stock, see what the best price is, what's your best interest rate, give me the details on the car, whatever it is they're calling about, how many times do you set an appointment? Okay? 2 to 3 times is the answer I get. Okay? They go 2 to 3, 2 to 3, 2 to 3. And I've been all over this nation asking these people these questions. So I'm going to say, let's go ahead with our really cocky guy who turns around and goes, I get 5. Right? I always get the guy who goes, I get 9. I get 9, easy. Right? And I go, okay, so I just got passwords to log into your phone system and listen to the calls. So tomorrow when I come back, I'm going to go through all the calls and I'm going to see how many of the one that got away from you. And they go, well, wait. I go, yeah, you get 9 out of 10 of the ones you thought were good enough to get an appointment about. Right? So again, let's just put all the BS aside. Let's put away everything else. Let's check the ego at the door, right? I'm going to tell you, ego is edging gross out of your deal. So all I want you to do is understand, the phone, when they call you into a dealership, yeah, you should have a script, okay? And you should say that script so many times until it sounds like you, which means you can deliver it with your tone and inflection and your energy and your enthusiasm. You can deliver the words, okay? Now, not all scripts are created equally. I know, I'm really partial to mine, okay? Now, why is that? Because mine is the new school version. It's not the old school, play games with the person, put them on hold, and jack them around, right, for 10 minutes and see if the customer sticks with you on the phone. I'm not that way. My answer is, let's be authentic, let's be transparent, let's push the people into our sales funnel instead of pushing them out, okay? Here's what I want you to understand when people call you. Why are they calling you? Why do they call your dealership? Right? I'm different than most trainers out there because they're going to say, they're looking for someone like them. I know. I used to be partner in another company, and that's what they said. Oh, we're just looking for someone like them. And I'm going to tell you right now, they are not. Okay, figure it out, everybody. They're calling to cross you off the list. They're sitting down going, okay, I got dealership A, B, C, D. I pick up the phone and I call you and I go, whoa, I can't even understand you. And you're being a jerk. Oh, you're off the list. This one's off the list. This one, the receptionist transferred me to service and then parts, right? Off the list. Here, I talk to you, you're professional. Am I upset about a script? No. 10% of the people out there will be upset about a script and won't let you stick to it. Okay? But I'm going to tell you right now, all of a sudden I go, oh, thank goodness. Now, it doesn't have to be the last one they called. You could have nailed it on B, but they're going to keep going to see which one it is where they can talk to somebody and that person doesn't get crossed off the list. Okay? So, I want you to be better. I want you to take the words, okay? Whichever words you're going to use, just try them out and see. My scripting, okay, on these, right? Also on my mouse pads and stuff, right? I've tracked them. Thousands and thousands of phone calls. We operated a 65% call to appointment. Okay? So that means I'm going to get 6.5%, right? That's going to set an appointment out of 10. In one dealership where I ran it and all my sales department had to be on script, we got to a 37% close rate on the phone. What does that mean? It means every 3 times the phone rang, three calls, we sold a car. Okay? And that's in the Southern California market, which is ultra competitive, and I've got the same brand around me in 8 miles in either direction. Okay? So, what do I want you to do? I just want you to understand that maybe the script you have isn't giving you what you want. And understanding that it's so important to understand what the objective is of the phone call, understand the power of the wording that you're putting together, and understand that if it's already done for you, why not just tap into it? Okay? I hope that helps.